Hey guys, it's your boy Eli, and Kelvin's not here today again. That's okay. We got Joey. How's it going,
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Joey? So, if you guys haven't known, we're going to be talking about D23, which is this big like convention kind of thing where they talk about their upcoming rides. But mostly we're going to focus on their streaming service, their Star Wars stuff, and their Marvel stuff. And the first thing we're going to get out of the way is their Disney streaming service exclusives, which is going to be a lot of weird stuff, a lot of things you would come to expect of Disney. But the one I most want to talk to you, Joey,
Yeah,
is our boy Jeff Goldblum's very own show.
yeah. Jeff Goldblum has this show on Disney Plus. I forget the name. I think you have the name, right?
Yeah, it's the world according to Jeff Goldblum. So
Yeah.
essentially, if you ever liked hearing Jeff Goldblum's voice, which I can never replicate, but I think Joey you can.
Uh, I don't. All right. Hold on. Let me try. Hi, I'm Jeff Goldblum. No, it's not working.
So like, I know you got the uhs and
Yeah, it's mainly just for me from watching Jurassic Park nonstop. It does that all the time. But yeah. It's interesting, just like a random show about Jeff Goldblum just like going around learning about stuff.
yeah, because from the trailers it's like, hey, he's gonna learn how ice cream is made, and I'm like, what?
Well,
This is it's just the character of Jeff Goldblum. Have you ever seen him in like his movies, in his most recent movies, and where they be commercials too? It's like that, and I'll take it and make it like a television show where he learns about everything, which sounds pretty fun to me. Aside and along with that, I don't know. I'm excited to see that. Are you excited to see that?
I'm definitely interested in seeing what about it. Like, Jeff Goldblum's an interesting guy, so like, I think he has like
The chops.
the chops to like make the show very interesting.
Yeah. Along with that, so you talked. You mentioned how Disney kind of got Fox. I think you said that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was like the Fox merger. That was like a while ago.
Yeah. And along with that came a certain show that has not wanted to die, and it will not die as
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
we live. It's gonna go on forever. And it's The Simpsons. The Simpsons. All of the seasons for The Simpsons are gonna be now on Disney Plus.
yeah. I mean, that's interesting. It's really interesting. Uh, it's The Simpsons. I mean, what else is there to say?
It's
You
gonna have
know,
all the good and the bad seasons.
yeah, like I haven't been watching any Simpsons at all at this point,
Yeah.
but there's an audience there. I mean, I might, if we get Disney Plus, I might check out some of the older episodes. But it's The Simpsons. What else you gotta say?
I mean, what else? Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to go back and look at some classic episodes because I grew up with The Simpsons. You and I grew up with The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like that was the cartoon show that our parents would not let us watch because they're like, I don't know about this. I don't know. And you don't send me home.
Jesus, all right.
Yeah. The Lady and the Tramp thing is that's the thing.
Yeah. They are making yet another Disney live action remake of
But
a.
this time it's in a TV format. That's my question: is it a TV movie or is it a television
I
series?
think it's a movie, but they're releasing it on Disney Plus. It's like one of those things.
Yeah, because I know they're starting to release like some films, and we're talking about some of them in a minute. And first one we got to talk about is Lady and the Tramp, which is the main one they're promoting.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: at least they actually have like actual like dogs to like play the dogs in certain
Serious?
scenes.
It looks like CGI when I look at the photo right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm pretty sure they use CG when the dogs are talking or doing any like stunts that you wouldn't have a normal dog wanting to do. But
Oh yeah, Peter's gonna get on
yeah,
him.
but yeah, pretty much everything else is just um, like the actual dogs,
Yeah.
like which is like a lot better than the supposed live action remake of Lion King, which is just a CGI movie that's photorealistic. I
Very
would say
realistic.
very. But yeah, no, I like Lady and the Tramp as a kid. I watched it on VHS. I don't really care. I'm gonna be honest.
You're not wrong.
I'm like for real. Like if Disney really wanted to make live action films of like old animated Disney movies, like Black Cauldron Atlantis. Come on,
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. Like do it for like the ones that never got that big of a chance, and maybe try to revitalize that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and a lot of their shows are something you would see like on their Disney Channel platform. Like they have like what? How many? They're doing more Husky Musical stuff, which is weird to me.
Yeah, I believe it's just like it's a show based on the movie they did for Disney Channel. Um, and I forget how I think the showrunner was it like I
Hmm.
forget how he explained the plot. It was um like it's like a bunch of kids in high school doing a musical, adapting the High School Musical and adapting the movie High School Musical as a musical in their school. So it's
Mm.
a high school musical about a high school musical. I think I don't know. It sounds really dumb. I don't really like listen.
Yeah,
We're
this is part of the podcast where we talk about stuff we really kind of don't care about, except for like maybe two things.
like all right, like for real, like just get me Zac Efron and maybe Corbin Blue, and I might and maybe Vanessa Hudgens, and then
Maybe that's a yes or no for me.
and then I'm pretty sure people will be fine with it.
Yeah,
Just like out of nowhere, Zac Efron, Troy Bolton just shows up. Like we're all in this together, guys. Come on.
and all of a sudden he murders a bunch of people because he's Ted Bundy.
All right, well that's just
They have a Forky show. That's that character you saw.
yeah, from the Toy Story 4,
Yeah,
the new character Forky. They haven't. They're gonna make a show for that, which is like yeah, fine, whatever.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's interesting because it's I think what Pixar is like. I guess first did because I mean they've done like little shorts before, but I feel like
right. This is their first show. I didn't think about that.
essentially yeah, this is essentially gonna be their first like actual like TV show ish kind of thing, which it's interesting. Like you
Yeah,
never really because Pixar is usually like a just get the movie, you get like occasional shorts in like DVDs and Blu-rays or whatever. And
yeah,
like this is interesting.
yeah. Um, God, I just want to go on to the Star Wars and Marvel stuff. I think that's what we really want.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
everything else. Disney Plus shows. I don't know. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're not.
Lizzie McGuire's back.
Oh shit, she's back.
Hillary Duff is
Hillary
back.
Duff is back. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see for those. Star Wars. Okay, let's just get to Star Wars, man.
All right, yeah, yeah.
Okay, Joey, the final season of Clone Wars is coming out.
Yeah, that's cool. It's interesting because I'm gonna be honest. Like I remember vaguely watching Clone Wars from time to time, but never really getting that invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I think like in the period between Clone War, like the Disney acquisition of Lucasfilms and the making of the new trilogy, where like people were sort of like, Clone Wars is actually really good, you
Right,
guys.
like that was for me. I didn't really care. I saw the first episode, I was like with Yoda, that's cool. And then we started getting these stories about the clones, who are like these forgettable characters.
Yeah, they make a lot of the clone troopers actual characters.
Yeah, they
Really
have
cool.
each have their own personalities.
Yeah, yeah.
And they later brought them back for Rebels, which is a show that I've kind of been teetered in and out. But I loved it when they brought back those clones. They were at such cool moments, and so I was like, and a lot of people are excited to have this season back because it got canceled the moment Disney bought Star Wars, and we never got like a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
now we're getting that satisfying. Well, technically, we
Yeah.
already know how it ends.
I mean, yeah, yeah, obviously the Clone Wars end pretty much like because of like, episode 3, so not everybody gets to have an ending there, but it's nice that they're bringing back like
yeah, it's one of those things where like you got to find a way to make people care despite knowing it's going to end badly.
yeah.
It's kind of like what I liked about that new show, The Dark Crystal. It's like, oh yeah, I know what's going to happen. It's not going to end up good. But I like these characters. Yeah. So, the main ones I want to talk about right now is the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian. That looks really interesting.
So it's like it's one thing I always wanted from Star Wars. It's kind of like a cool like bounty hunter story, some nice grit and dirt kind of stuff. And I don't know if Disney's gonna allow me to have like that dark, not dark edgy, but like oh that happened kind of stuff.
Like slightly violent, more violent than usual.
Yeah, but the way they show off the Mandalorian, I'm like, oh man, something about this that I really like.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember hearing about like them making this show, and I was like, all right, this seems interesting. I probably might wait for like the trailer or something,
Yeah,
just to like figure out like, exactly they're gonna do with it. And of course, like after watching the trailer, I'm like, okay, now I'm a bit more interested, and I'm like more excited about this.
Listen, Disney, you got me.
It's like,
And,
yeah,
and now you better keep me, keep me, keep me excited. Keep that promise going.
It's like, this all seems really cool. I want to see more, and hopefully, Mandalorian turns out to be good.
Yeah, and along with Mandalorian, this is the one that. So there's two that I want to talk about, but let's go with the first one. Then the one we are both excited for. Then we go into the one we're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So Obi Wan's back.
Yep.
Ewan McGregor is back.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, uh, Obi Wan in the prequel trilogy, is back for
the best person from the trilogy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
He was the only saving. Him and Palpatine for me were the only saving grace.
Debatable, I guess. But yeah, they're gonna be making an Obi Wan Disney Plus show. We don't really know much about it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna revolve around Obi Wan's time in Tatooine, looking after Luke and all that.
So there've been so Marvel's been releasing comics for Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's the storylines where not that I'll just say Obi-Wan's kind of losing his touch in terms of fighting, but he's still strong with the Force kind of stuff. Because it's supposed to kind of he's at that point he's learning how to do Force ghost stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think it's gonna be somewhere in between there and that. And apparently in the books he's kind of having dealings, not good dealings, but more he's getting in the way of Jabba the Hutt, who's this slave owner kind of guy in his way. So that would be so cool to see. Just Obi-Wan being this righteous dude.
Yeah.
The fact that Ewan McGregor he's back, I think that's what got everyone. I like the reveal. You seen how he revealed it? He was
yeah,
back.
yeah.
He was like, Kathleen Kennedy, could you ask me if I'm back to play Obi-Wan? And then she responds the same, saying that, and he's like, I'm back to playing Obi-Wan.
I think I remember seeing a comment about just a video about that, and it was just somebody was just commented it'd be really good if he just suddenly just said, "Hello there."
Just every Obi-Wan meme that has been out for the past few years.
Yeah.
General Kenobi.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, you were a Grievous fan, weren't you?
Grievous is pretty cool. All right, I like the design. That's all I gotta say about General Grievous.
Nothing wrong with Grievous. So here's the thing that's probably gonna make us talk really long for a while, and that is the recent trailer for Rise of Skywalker. Joey, how did you feel about the Rise of Skywalker? Be honest.
Yeah, they released a new trailer for Rise of Skywalker, which the movie comes out in December, which is it feels weird because it's you don't feel I feel like there isn't as much hype as you would think there would be.
No, there isn't.
For essentially the last installment of this new trilogy. And honestly, this trailer didn't give me any more hype than it didn't get me more hype. It just left me more well, this is a thing now.
Yeah, and I think it's the way that they introduce this newer stuff by showing off the past, from the first two trilogies.
Yeah, it's the trailer half of it is essentially just a highlight reel of all the stuff that happened in the prequel and original trilogy.
Leading to this.
Yeah, it's kind of I feel a weird sort of hey, remember all the trilogies beforehand? Remember how much you love Star Wars? See the ultimate finale or whatever, but it's I don't know, it doesn't feel it I feel they use that sort of to get your nostalgia up, but it doesn't really work as I feel like.
Do you think it's the reception from The Last Jedi?
It's
majority of the films at this point.
Yeah, I feel it's definitely it probably has something to do with The Last Jedi. Obviously, that was very decisive. A lot of people were they didn't sort of how it turned out, and I really understand that sentiment.
They felt okay. My opinion of The Last Jedi is that there were a lot of good ideas and just poor execution.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with that.
Because for me, the scenes with Rey and Luke were some of the best ones there. Like I was like, just give me more of this. Don't give me any more of the other crap that's around.
Yeah, honestly, it just feels like a lot of it was sort of like I don't know, like
I mean, we talked about this before, like not on the podcast, but we said that it feels like Disney or whoever's in charge of the Star Wars division has no adhere plans for the films.
yeah, like it feels yeah, like that sort of theory of like they're just making it up as they go along, sort of just having sort of a mapped up, planned out finale or whatever. It's certainly interesting.
Yeah, because like the whole because remember there was when the film first when I'm forgetting the name of the film, the first of this trilogy,
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. When that came out, everyone was doing a ton of theorizing, and so like I think that's because like the way J.J. Abrams does his films,
Yeah,
the
the
whole
whole mystery box.
this is the mystery box right here. What's in the mystery? Because they remember that whole first movie, they were like teasing whether or not Ray was, a Skywalker.
Or just or any like teasing her her importance, and then in Last Jedi, Kylo Ren just pretty much says he came from nothing. You're a nobody. Your parents were drunks or whatever. And it's like, okay, so so essentially like all that setup was just for like that. Because
Yeah.
I know like the popular meme is that like I don't know, it's like subverts your expectations or whatever and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're subverting your expectation, and they're just sort of like, uh,
Taking the left field.
yeah, like even when like like subverting their audience's expectations isn't always like a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just sort of like a like that doesn't make whatever you've done like interesting or like something to be applauded. It, depending on how it works in the context of your story, it just sort of like can be hit or miss.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because like I feel like that's been my whole issue with this, film series. There's no clear plan. There's some good ideas, but it's not executed well, and you're putting people who don't want to work with that said idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like the, I may also watch it. I feel like I've gone to it at this point where like, you know what, I'll just give it a chance. Am I gonna see it opening night? Probably not.
Ah, yeah, that's fine.
And okay, what do you think of the new lightsaber?
Oh, dark rays like lightsaber
Switchblade,
that can
yeah.
like switchblade that just can turn into like Darth Maul's twin blade lightsaber. I don't know, it's kind of dumb.
Is it more dumb than the cross lightsaber?
No, I mean I don't know. I kind of like the cross saber. It's all right.
Like you,
Granted, practically the two little nubs at the end don't like do anything, but still, it has a cool design.
yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah, in a way, it is kind of iconic in terms of the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that's more like a sweet like a tease like oh she's gonna turn evil, but she's probably not.
Yeah, it's more like a vision or like maybe some dumb clone stuff.
Yeah,
Palpatine's involved somehow.
that's the weird thing. Palpatine's involved. I don't know how they're gonna involve Palpatine in this.
He's like a force ghost or something. Who knows?
Dude, there are like people like dedicated to the lore who's like they can't do Force Ghost and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, you don't know. I feel like I
Force is
just,
whatever you want it to be, right?
I mean, unless you get the right midichlorians.
Yeah, I mean.
Alright. Enough ragging on Star Wars, but we're clearly excited for the other stuff. Skywalker's like, Rise of Skywalker's kind of like, I don't know. You got a lot to prove. But, let's go to the Marvel stuff. So, two new confirmed castings for Eternals. Um, one, the person who's playing Cersei, I can't remember her name. I should quick, Google search for that. But the second person, which is the Black Knight, will be played by good old Jon Snow.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. What's his name?
Kit Harington.
Yeah, Kit Harington was gonna be in a Marvel property in the MCU. I just didn't know what, but that's interesting, I guess.
Yeah, it's let's see.
King of the North.
the King of the North. Is here. Uh, Gemma Chan. That's who's playing Cersei. And it's weird that they're having, you know, Kit Harington in this alongside um, the guy who played Robb Stark, whose name I'm blanking out on right now. I'm sorry. I have a hard time remembering people's names sometimes. I remember faces more than names.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's like they're in the same kind of same show. A lot of people are saying this is more of a Richard Madden. That's his name. A lot of people are saying this is kind of like Marvel's version of Game of Thrones.
Well, because of like the cast.
Well, I mean, like it's like a colorful cast of characters, and it's a lot of crazy stuff. The thing about the Eternals is that they're very confusing.
Yeah. It's I think it's like Marvel, like in the studios, because it's got pretty much sort of like doing like this sort of new, different like experience, I guess,
Yeah,
using like a bunch of characters that have like a weird origin and all that stuff.
yeah, it's really weird, and because it involves a lot of planetary stuff, a lot of crazy stuff, and we gotta wait and see how that turns out. Because I don't know, man, I don't know. But they did show off like their outfits, which have not been received well. It was
I
kind of meh.
I don't think I've seen the outfits yet, so
Yeah, when you look at it, you'll see. But the Celestials, the big guys who are gonna be in the film, who created the Eternals, they look amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, so aside from that, we got 3 confirmed TV shows. Um,
the
Miss,
new ones, yeah.
yeah, the new ones for Disney Plus, the Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. So out of those three, which one are you most excited for?
I'm gonna be honest, probably She-Hulk.
So you think they're gonna do like the superhero lawyer kind of thing?
I really hope they do. Like, that's always like a fun part of her character.
If she's like if she's not like female Hulk, rage, must destroy, smash, she's either the fun lawyer type.
Yeah, and interesting thing about She-Hulk is that she does occasionally break the fourth wall.
Yeah, she was the original Deadpool before Deadpool.
Yeah. So I'm kind of interested in like just seeing if they even like try to do that in the show.
Yeah,
Like she like pokes fun at like all the regular MCU stuff. I'm even more interested in just how they tie in like all the MCU stuff. Like obviously like She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, cousin of Bruce Banner, and like the origin is like she essentially was in an accident. She needed a blood transfusion. Bruce gave her his blood, but because he's the Hulk and it's radioactive, like essentially gives her
which you
like.
think it wouldn't work though.
And which you think you wouldn't like that, yeah.
It is comics.
Yeah, it essentially just gives her like Hulk powers, except like they're not like she has way more control of it.
In
Now.
in certain iterations, she has more control over it. In the current run with Jason Aaron in the Avengers, she's got hit with a little more, so she's more of a raging Hulk kind of stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they call her Savage Hulk now. Well, she's She Hulk, but they call it they give that name Savage under it, like it's a subtitle.
Okay, yeah, but still,
Yeah.
I'm just curious how they're gonna work that all stuff in.
What about Miss Marvel?
I'm not like I know of the character. I think it's gonna be interesting, especially since I think Kevin Feige on stage when he was announcing this stuff said that like she will be in the movies as well.
Yeah. So like Miss Marvel is an Inhuman, which is weird because how we're imagining humans, because like
The Inhumans show did not do well.
yeah, that's what happens when you put the wrong people in charge, man.
Yeah.
Don't put the guy who ruined Dexter on Inhumans and Iron Fist.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'll get to Iron Fist in one day. I promise you that. That's my boy.
Yeah. I'm like, and I know her character from like various other medias, so it's gonna be. I think it'll be interesting.
I would love to see her do her fangirling. So
like just fangirl about all the MCU stuff.
yeah, that's the thing I always liked about her. She's very fun. She's very quirky, and she's like a super fan, which is why she named herself Miss Marvel. Because when Carol Danvers became Captain Marvel, she's like, the world needs a Miss Marvel. I'll be Miss Marvel.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, this is the one I'm most excited for because I don't know how they're gonna do it, which is Moon Knight. So for those who don't know, Moon Knight is kind of like think of Batman with multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, a guy who essentially.
Also a bit of supernatural stuff.
Yeah, who's like he's resurrected, uh, and like got like ancient Egyptian god powers, or he's just clearly insane and is just beating people up while dressed up as like a guy in white.
Yeah.
Which I want to see how that works. That's also a show I'm kind of excited about as well.
This is what I always want them to do with Marvel shows. Just okay, we got our dark and serious ones. Let's do something like comic book related, and it feels like that with the comics because you always have each comic is kind of different. You know, a Hulk comic is different from the Avengers comic, an Iron Man comic is different from a Spider Man comic, and they're kind of doing that now with these TV shows. And the fact that they're interconnected, it's it's blowing my mind.
Yeah, like it definitely feels like it's gonna be a lot more connected than the Netflix shows were.
Yeah,
Cause
because
like
they made it that was kind of like a different division. It was still part of Marvel, but it's like yeah,
they were still connected to the MCU in a way because they always mention like the attack on New York and
but they never mentioned like characters' names.
yeah, they never mention any of the characters by name. They never like address any like other stuff that happens in the universe as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I recall, like Age of Ultron was happened during I think at least one of the runs.
I think it was Daredevil.
Yeah, so like it's interesting how they don't bring up like all that other stuff that happens in the
Yeah, it's like
movies.
they don't want to.
Like it's like the one point they always mention is like the first Avengers and then Attack on New York, but never anything else. But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I just wish they brought those other shows back.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, they also confirmed Black Panther 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you like
Ryan Coogler, who is one of my favorite directors, is back to do this. I was okay. I liked Black Panther. I think it could have been better, but I kind of want to see where they go now. A lot of rumors say it's Namor.
I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, that's their way of bringing Namor in. Cause,
Yeah.
like Wakanda and
Atlantis.
Atlantis have had.
Yeah, Namor is Marvel's
Aquaman.
Aquaman. He's been around longer.
And is a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, so at so they announced some cool stuff for What If. But recently there's been some leaks about like future episodes of What If. So if you guys don't know what If is, it's like Marvel's animated show where like it's based on the comics of What If. So like what if Captain America wasn't frozen, or what if Captain America like became president of the United States kind of stuff, or like what if this became the new Herald of Galactus. And they've confirmed from the looks of it, they got some like cool ideas going on. So the first one is what if Peggy Carter, Captain America's love interest in the first film,
yeah.
what if she got the super soldier serum?
Yeah, and she becomes like a female.
She's Captain Britain, and this is a cool thing they confirmed. Steve, who's still kind of like this skinny little dude, is gonna be their Iron Man.
Yeah, in the 40s. Yeah.
Just based on a comic that like a certain alternate universe comic line that happened, which I thought was pretty cool. Like he's just stuck inside the armor.
I think that yeah. Like I don't know, what if stuff. Like I like the idea of it, and just seeing some of the stuff that they like. That's probably gonna happen. It's super interesting. Although like I think you also mentioned like one of the leaks was like Black Panther, T'Challa becoming Star Lord.
Yeah. So instead of Peter Quill being abducted by aliens, it's T'Challa, and he's sort of like their. So imagine if instead of Peter Quill, it's T'Challa as Star Lord.
Yeah, then it's moments like that where I'm just like, all right, how the fuck does that make any sense?
We're gonna have to wait and see, dude. But that's what I really liked about What If. They took like these weird kind of like ideas, like, okay, what if we did this with this one character, right? And a lot of people, and I remember I was talking to Kelvin this about the other day because he was like asking me about What If. So he asked me like, is it gonna be like or what if Thanos didn't snap, or like, no, dude, it's gonna be crazy. And it took him a while to understand. But when I'm telling him, when he watched this show, you'll get it. And haven't heard from him yet. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be hyped. And I know there's one leak that got you excited about What If.
Oh yeah, like what appears to be Marvel zombies.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Because it showed like Captain America, but it's like a zombie with his jaw hanging out there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, and I definitely want to see that.
Dude, I just love the animation they're gonna do for it. It looks like very Pixar, Disney kind of animation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, that's most of the stuff that they've been announced. They also
Yeah.
announced some new stuff. They released more pictures of Black Widow. She's
Yeah, I
gonna
think
get
a
her white
poster
suit.
as well.
Yeah, she's gonna get her white suit and cap. Uh, the Winter Guard, which is the character being played by one of the characters guys from Stranger Things. I think his name is Dave Harbour. Yeah, they show up. He's basically has a Captain America suit, but it's all red. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, that's what you gotta do. But the one I think that interests me most is WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it looks from the looks of it and the way they kind of explain it, it seems like it's gonna be kind of their own version of a sitcom with a bit of like dark, with messed up stuff going around.
Yeah, because it's essentially like Wanda, Maximoff, and Scarlet Witch and Envision like living like in suburbia, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally based on Tom King's run, and that run did not end well.
All right.
Not saying it wasn't a good book. It was a good book. I'm saying what happens in that story was like, oh, Vision, no, Vision, no.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
So we're almost done today.
Yeah, I think that we've talked about everything we wanted to talk about today about Disney Plus and all the shows.
So I think the big question is, will we get Disney Plus when it comes out?
It comes out in November, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like it's a possibility. I will say that right now.
I feel like I have to see how
How the shows are.
the shows are, but the Marvel stuff isn't coming out till next year.
Yeah, a lot of the Marvel stuff doesn't come out until next year.
So like, what am I? So like, do I just get in and just watch the movies that I kind of already own?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
I mean, the question is, would you get it?
Possibly. I mean, I think we got Netflix when for Daredevil when that came
Yeah.
out, and we haven't dropped it ever since. So I mean, yeah, it's possible that because I think Mandalorian comes out the same day, right?
Does it?
I think I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, like, I'm willing to check it out for Mandalorian, but I need to know how that turns out first. But I don't know. We've come to the point where we're having a streaming war, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited for it, but I don't know what's gonna happen because like this, I don't want to spend too much money on different streaming services,
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean.
So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. So, well, guys, that was our talk about D23. It feels like a very short one, but that's we kind of had a hard time finding something to talk about for this week.
Yeah,
I feel like this was a nice one.
Yeah, this was sort of a more like a bit of a kind of a laid back one.
Yeah, more like a chill one, just to hear us talk, be excited about some stuff. We got a lot more cool stuff playing out for next episodes. But yeah, thanks for checking us out. Hopefully Kelvin can make it next time. He had an appointment to do, and I don't blame him. He's been looking kind of bad.
Yeah.
So long as he get here. He wanted to talk about Dragon Con, so you might see him talk about that soon. Maybe on Instagram, which is one place you can follow us, along with Facebook. And if you want to hear our episodes, go check out Castbox. We're approved on Apple now, so you can find us on those areas: Spotify, Google Podcast, and soon maybe Pandora, because they're allowing podcasts now.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So we're getting out there, guys. And again, check us out on Instagram, where you'll find a lot of the crazy stuff that we want to talk about. We're gonna do more stories, talking about what stuff that we like. Hopefully, we got a lot of stuff planned, so be sure to look out for that. And well, yeah. So it's been fun. Get ready for the next week's episode. Next episode is gonna be a lot of fun. So enjoy. So,
Yep. I've been enjoying, I guess.
And this has been
out.
Eli, the Geek Centurions, signing out.